Have you ever wondered what are these robots saying? Have you ever wondered how to modify a noun? Well, you're lucky, cause today we are going to learn about this. And what is this? These are the adjectives. Okay, at first, what does an adjective modify? As we saw, it can modify the noun or the pronoun, but how? It modifies its quantity, its quality, or just provide more information about it. Also, it can work as a complement with a linking verb. For example, with the verbs like seem, feel, or taste, you can combine them with adjectives to emphasize a state of being or a sensory experience. For example, I feel sleepy, it seems dirty, or it tastes salty. And now that we saw all of this, we can see its structure. First and most important, the structure of the adjectives never change. Yeah, never change. In this case, we are talking about the gender and the number of the adjectives. For example, if you are going to say there are 4 ugly guys, you won't say there are 4 ugly guys. No, it doesn't work like that. The adjective won't change just because it is with a plural noun or it is with a male noun or female. It doesn't matter. The adjective just won't change. Then the adjectives always go before the noun, but it follows a specific order. And we use this order when there is more than one adjective that express different things. The specific order that we need to follow is at first quantity, quality, size, age, shape, color, property, and purpose. What is all this? Okay, we will explain this one by one. First, quantity. It refers to the number of things that we are talking about. For example, there are several monkeys there. Second, quality. It refers to a lot of things like it is amazing, it is ugly, it is fat, it is beautiful, it is dirty, everything that talks about the qualities of the things that we are talking about. Size, well, it is easier. It just refers to how big or how small it is. Like it is a big car or a small car. Then the age, it is also easier. It just refers to how new is something or how old is something. You can say that is a new computer or that is an old computer. Then shape, it refers to the form of the object. You can say that he has a square face or he has a round cat. Color refers to the color of the things that we are talking about. For example, the red car, the yellow suit, or the white cat. Then property. You can refer to 2 things here. First, its origin. For example, if it was made in Germany, you can say that it is a German car, or you can talk about the material of the thing that you are talking about. For example, you can say, I have a brick car, or I have a wooden chair, or a wooden keyboard, or a wood house. Then the purpose. It refers to what is the thing that we are talking about made for. For example, a gardening tool has the purpose of being helpful for gardening. Or a shopping center. The purpose of it is being a place where the people can buy things. Then some words can work as adjectives. For example, the present participles. You can say the painted wall or the received message. Also the gerunds, you can say the flying car or the cooking robot. And also you can use nouns as adjectives and then modify the noun with the noun. English is crazy. If we use nouns as adjectives, they act as adjectives. That means that it goes before the main noun. For example, if you say a soccer ball, the soccer in this case is the adjective. Or a love story. Love is a noun, but it is acting as an adjective. And acting like an adjective also means that it can't modify its gender or its number. For example, if you say, I have 2 golf clubs, you won't say 2 golf clubs. No, golf, it's a noun, but it is acting as an adjective, so it won't modify its gender or its number. And with all this said, I want to show you an example of the specific order of the adjectives with all the categories. And here is it. There are 2 beautiful, small, old, square, gray, French, gardening dogs. You saw the order? There is the quantity, the quality, size, the age, the shape, the color, the property, and the purpose. You can memorize this sentence and you will have all the categories in just one sentence. And also remember this, if you have 2 adjectives of the same category, the order doesn't matter. You can say the amazing fat Spiderman or the fat amazing Spiderman. And what is a comparative and superlative?
That's a good question, Jimmy. Well, we'll see them right now.
Okay, as Jimmy said, there are 2 things that can modify the adjective, the comparatives and superlatives. You said adjectives never change. Yeah, but English is crazy and they have lied us, I think. However, we will learn it. The function of the comparative. It describes a noun, like an object, an animal, or a person, by comparing them with something else. And when we use the comparative, we refer to only 2 items. Now let's see its structure. For monosyllabic adjectives, we just add an ER at the end and then we put than. For example, smaller than, shorter than, cleaner than, or many others. Notice that if the monosyllabic has this structure of consonant, vowel, and consonant, basically you do the same thing as in the present participle form. You double the last consonant and you put, in this case, an ER. For example, thinner, fatter, bigger, or sadder. But it is not always like this. For example, with wet, it is a semi-vowel, a vowel, and a consonant. However, we double the last T. Yeah, English is crazy. Then for 2-syllabic adjectives, or 3-syllabic adjectives, or 4-syllabic adjectives, or 5-syllabic that don't end in a Y, we just use first more or less, it depends of what you want to say, then the adjective, and then we put than. For example, it is more dangerous than, it is less difficult than, it is more beautiful than. You saw? They have 2 or more syllables. Then, if the adjective has 2 syllables but it ends in a Y, we basically do the same thing as the present participle. We take off the Y and we put an IER, and then we put then. For example, with happy, we replace the Y and we put an IER. Also with silly, with ugly, or with angry. Also, if the adjectives end in a E, we just put an R, like strange, stranger. Okay, here are some examples. It is faster than him. He is slimmer than him. He is more handsome than he was yesterday. Or my sister is busier than me with her new baby. Now let's see the superlatives. How do we use them? We use them by comparing a noun to the rest. Let's see, like it is highlighted to the rest. Now for its structure is basically the same structure as the comparative. The difference is that we put the at the beginning, then we put the adjective, and we add to the adjective an est instead of a er. For example, the smallest, the slowest, the fastest. You see, it's not complicated. Then for the adjectives that are consonant, vowel, consonant, we also put the, then the adjective, then we double the last consonant of the adjective, and then we put an est. For example, the thinnest, the fattest, or the biggest, or the wettest, because it is special and it shares the same rule. And for 2-syllabic adjectives that don't end in a Y, we put the, then we put most or least, it depends on the context, and we put the adjective plus nothing. This also works for 3-syllabic adjectives or 4-syllabic adjectives. So, for example, the most expensive clothes, or the most comfortable bed, or the most precious puppy. Then if the adjective ends in a E, it is the same as the comparative. We just put an ST, like strangest. Here are some examples. The coolest man in the world, the saddest man in the world, or the dirtiest place in the world. Another thing about the adjectives is that they can be irregular. Yeah, we don't have enough with the other things. The irregular adjectives can be different in its regular form, in its comparative form, or in its superlative form. Lucky for us, there are just 5 irregular adjectives, so it is not hard to learn them. Yeah, English is crazy, but not that crazy. Here are the adjectives: good, better, the best, bad, worse, and the worst, far, farther, or further. Farther is for distance, and further is for additional effort or time. We will give an example soon. And farthest and furthest. Then there is little, less, and the least, and much or many, more, and the most. That's all. So here are some examples. Finishing my homework is the best thing to do. The evaluation week is the worst. Auronplay lives farther from Peru than me. Further research is needed. Tina has studied less than Maria. Or Misty has slept more than me. Well, that's all. I hope that you liked this topic. As always, I will appreciate your thumbs up, and I hope to see you here the next weekend. Goodbye.